Ahoy!
This.
A Hero
Fuck it.
Story, episode 296.
Oh, I
Oh
didn't
no.
bring up the thing. I
We
didn't bring up the
we are
thing.
barreling dangerously closer to the end, not just of the podcast, but of humanity. I mean, what 300 is going to
Yeah.
be around mid-January. I wonder what's happening then. But anyway, we're here, the
Oh,
three of
hell
us.
yeah. This week's Iron Man is Modam.
Let's go. Sexy lady Modam. I love her. We should get her in the MCU. But we are three of us are here, which is more than we could say for the past couple weeks. I had to kind of I almost crashed out before the podcast, and
Yeah,
I
you
found
did.
out that Harper was just pushing me because he wanted to annoy me. And I was still gonna crash out. I was telling him I had to go for a walk. I was annoyed. I bought a hot chocolate. It calmed me down.
Because we planned the time and day to record this.
Yes,
And
we were
then
supposed to
Yeah.
record Thursday, and then
Mm.
I was kidnapped and had to go to a fucking Christmas holiday show.
by
And it
some
was
guy
all
that
right.
kidnapped him too.
Yeah, no, it
Some
was
guy.
weird. Yeah, just some random guy off the street. I didn't like it. I didn't like it. And so Harper goes, "Oh, all right, we could do Sunday." And then we get to Sunday, which is today, and then Harper goes, "Eh." He just goes, "Nah."
And this was like 20 minutes before we were about to
Yeah, he
record.
goes,
Just
"Nah."
fuck around. Just fuck around.
And I just went, "Motherfucker, you don't
Yeah.
get to say nah. You have to do the show."
We've been waiting for this.
Yeah, but we're here. I guess we are here. We
Oh,
have
JD.
GD. We
Yeah,
have
that's
he's still here. We didn't fire him or anything. Again, there's been no like big, legal dispute between all of us or
Technically,
anything.
he's our boss because he's the one that pays for like the rights to put on Spotify
That's
and
true.
everything.
But like we at a point we've got a mutiny and we've just got to like
he's out there.
Damn. Okay.
we got to just
He
When
is
you see
out
a
there.
signal in
JD
the
is
sky, just know
alive.
he's out there.
JD is alive
we don't
and breathing.
know that though.
I mean, we
We
knew
don't
it,
know
I guess,
that.
an hour ago. At
Yeah,
least
he
an
did say
hour
he
ago.
couldn't record today. So we asked him
I love
still.
that he only shows up in the group chat when someone specifically mentions his name. Like we talk shit, we say one like message like "fuck you, JD," and he's just like, "Hey."
He's
It's
there
like, where have you been
immediately,
the last
within a
4
second.
weeks? Yeah.
Yeah, for literally, where were you the last 3 weeks? Literally, just say a thing, and then we go, "Haha, JD," and he goes, "What?"
What? Yeah.
He's like right behind you, like talking to you, like, "What are you talking about,
Yeah, he's just
Yeah.
always listening. So
huh?"
he's alive. We hope to have him back soon. So
Yeah,
Wonder if we'll ever
we
have
have.
the full crew.
I think we have a little bit, at least a good amount of news, more than we've had recently, and I'm kind of
Yeah,
excited
we
to talk
do.
about it.
Yeah, we have some big stuff.
So what should we start with? Okay, from the top of what I have written down here, Avengers Doomsday has some interesting
Oh
casting
yeah, I
updates.
forgot about this.
Oh,
Very interesting
yeah.
casting updates.
Yeah.
So I'll start with the smaller one first. Haley Atwell is going to be in Avengers Doomsday, presumably
Confirmed as
as
Agent Carter. Confirmed.
eight by who?
That's what the deadline report says.
Yeah.
Returns as
It did,
Agent
no,
Carter.
Does it say
he is
Agent
wrong.
Carter?
I did see that it
It
said
does.
specifically
It doesn't
Agent
say
Carter,
Captain
but also
Carter.
Oh, I
but
thought it
also
said
they could just be like
they could just
saying
mean
like-
Peggy Carter. Either way,
Yeah,
I,
yeah.
I think she's probably going to return as Captain Carter. I would think, right?
I don't think so.
That's
You don't think so?
yeah.
I think it is going to be
You
Agent
don't think
Carter.
so?
What
You
makes
don't.
you not
I
think
feel
so?
like there's a very good chance.
There is a good chance, but I feel like I mean she oh yeah, what if happens? Damn it, I forgot what if.
Yeah, there's
Uh,
we have a multiverse of Agent Carters apparently. So,
Well, I think it's gonna be Agent Carter because of the other casting announcement.
well, the other casting announcement, which is interesting, is that
Robert
Chris
Downey
Evans
Jr.
back.
is playing Doctor
Doctor Doom.
No.
Yeah,
Chris
Chris Evans is
Evans.
back also as Doctor Doom. So
Yes, they'll never get
Honestly,
anyone
fuck
that you want. No, Chris Evans will return. It says that they don't know if it's going to be as Steve Rogers or even I guess Johnny Storm or something, but he will be in
No,
Avengers
it's gonna-
Doomsday.
no, it's gonna be
100%
Steve Rogers.
Steve Rogers. Yeah, there's no fucking way he's not going
it's
to play
gonna be
Steve Rogers.
Yeah.
That's like this. It's like if you were like, he's going to play his character in The Losers. Like, no, he's going to be Steve Rogers. You know,
He's
like
gonna play that
Yeah.
guy from Scott Pilgrim.
yeah, he's going to play Lucas Lee.
Yeah,
He's going to
Lucas
play
Lee,
his
that's
character
right.
from
He like
Red
does like
One.
kickflip over Doctor Doom.
Yeah, that's actually hilarious. Yeah.
Nothing without my stuntman. It's like a bunch of him coming
It's
up.
called the grind, bro. But I think this one, it's very. I feel like we kind of predicted something like this would happen.
This
Who
one makes
really-
more sense because it feels like it's been set up because every time they've brought up Steve Rogers post Endgame, they go, Don't know
Yeah,
what
they don't
happened.
say he's dead. They don't know where.
Well,
He's
Yeah, they're
not.
not saying where he is.
there's a couple things, right? First of all, they apparently, this is what the Deadline article also said, this, that at some point, remember when we got years ago, we had an article that came out that said Chris Evans was going to return to the MCU. Remember? It was like 2021. There was an
Yeah.
article that said that. And at that time, what they were planning to do was some sort of Chris Evans, Captain America, and Peggy Carter movie of some sort. Maybe they'd probably do Steve returning the Stones, maybe as like a series or something, but apparently that was seriously something they were maybe gonna do. And then it just didn't, I guess it didn't happen. And now they're gonna both be in this movie. So I guess we'll see. What do you think he's gonna be though? What do you think is gonna be the twist? He's not just gonna be plain old regular Steve Rogers, right? Do you think?
Why
I
not?
think he will. I think he will.
You think so?
kind of
I
think
think
he
it's
will.
very likely he could be old Steve Rogers, old man Captain America.
Yeah, we
Um,
could see that.
Because he
Yeah,
is
maybe
old
maybe just
man.
older. Not
Like he
not
could
not
he could
the
just
end of
be
Endgame.
the modern
Steve.
day. No, like no, I think it could just be the modern day of the MCU, and we see that Steve Rogers is like on the moon or whatever, wherever he actually
Mhm.
No,
is.
that's right. They said that
Yeah, I
in
think
one
that
of
could
them.
be what it is. It could be like a Hydra Cap multiverse thing. That could be fun, especially if we're doing Evil Iron Man, which I hate because it's Doctor Doom and not Evil Iron Man.
Yeah,
But if they're gonna do an
you're
Evil Iron Man, they could do, I guess, an Evil Captain America.
Captain Hydra. Yeah.
Your
I'll,
boy Harper, Jeff Snyder, said that he's
Yeah.
gonna play Nomad, which to I feel like he played Nomad in Avengers Infinity
yeah, he
War.
did.
Infinity War.
But
Yeah.
So just he's
Exactly.
back with a
whatever
beard.
that means. Yes.
I hope he's Cap Wolf.
But that would be fucking sick as
Actually,
fuck.
look, I said that as a joke, but you guys know from
That
me
would go
specifically that would
hard.
be the
I love
greatest
Cap
thing
Wolf. Yes, that would
in
be your
the
favorite.
world.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's a theory going around that a lot of people are saying. I'm just gonna read the comments so I don't mess up what it said. But I mentioned this to you guys where it says uh they think that Atwell and Chris Evans won't be playing variants of the character. Instead, this story will originate back to the 1940s, where Steve Rogers went back to stay with Peggy Carter at the end of Avengers
Yeah.
Endgame. The fact that he stayed back there will trigger the creation of a variant Earth, which is where the Fantastic Four movie occurs, which means Doomsday Doomsday will start where Endgame left off, and they'll market Doomsday as a direct sequel to Endgame.
I guess that's cool, but
Yeah, the more you spoke, the more I was like, I get it.
yeah,
Like, I
I
think
like
there does have to be consequence for the fact that he created a branch.
Yeah, yeah, and that could be where
'Cause
the
he
Fantastic
did.
Four movie takes place, is on that Earth. Fantastic Four end credit
uh-huh.
scene shows a Steve Rogers happens to be
Oh
living
yeah,
on
because
this
that's in the
Earth.
60s. Yeah, okay, that does
Yeah.
work, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Shit, that does kind of work though.
Yeah,
I mean,
it
Dude,
does.
that kind of works though.
The guy's
Sorry.
kind of sick as fuck.
You're
You have
kinda
to
sick, though.
explain
Ladies and
why.
gentlemen.
Yeah, ladies. You'd have to explain
God.
why, I guess, that just because Steve Rogers traveled and created a branch in the 20 years that pass, they get all this crazy technology, that they
That's
have in the
Reed.
60s of the Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
No, but why would that mean that Reed exists? And it doesn't have to mean like it could just be like a Flashpoint situation where it just happens because it happens.
Yeah,
Um,
it probably will. It's not going to be like a.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think that sounds like fun. I don't think that's what's going to happen. I think we could potentially revisit that prime Steve Rogers, but I don't think that he will be the Captain America of the movie because I think like how do you do this without undermining Anthony Mackie is the thing. How do you
Oh,
do
that's
this
a good
without
point. I
undermining
forgot about him.
How do you do this without undermining the fact that Sam Wilson is your new Captain America and he has a movie coming out in 2 months?
Yeah, he has one movie, and then it's back to Steve.
Yeah, like how do you?
Oh, okay.
That's why I
You
feel
have
like
a scene. You have a scene where Steve and Sam are together, and Steve still tells Sam like you're still Captain America.
well, this is what I think. This is why
But
I
you're
think she's
not
going to play.
Steve Rogers, he
You're
says
not
to him, as the, even though he
Yes, I am though. I think this is why I think that he's gonna play.
Just beats his teeth in.
Like, yeah,
Shield.
as if Sam doesn't know that.
I love
But
that.
you're not
Did you see?
Steve Rogers.
Did you see? There was a new trailer for Brave New World where Harrison Ford said he goes, "Adamantium is ripping us apart." As if like they're mining adamantium and it's ripping the global economy apart. But the way he says it, he's like never thought in a million years I would hear Harrison Ford say that.
Apparently that
Adamantium
line-
is ripping us
Adamantium is
apart.
ripping us apart.
And apparently that line was improvised. Like he
When
just
there's a
Yeah,
full
he's a big time
moon,
Marvel Comics fan. Yeah,
I
God,
almost feel
he
like a
he did say in an
stallion.
interview, I've seen a few Marvel films.
Yeah,
Which
name
ones?
one.
Which one?
Superman.
Yeah, I watched Superman as a
Howard the Duck. No, I think Howard the Duck was a Lucasfilm movie, wasn't it?
It
I
was,
think
yeah.
real quick, I watched. I've been playing the Indiana Jones game, and shut up. Are you for real?
Is it
Shut up,
good?
Clea.
Is it good?
Awesome.
I hear it's good.
But I
Awesome.
rewatched
Cool.
Last Crusade. Harrison Ford just has it. You know what I mean? Is he the
Yeah, yeah.
greatest actor ever?
Mm,
No, Tom Hardy.
Prime Harrison Ford. Prime Harrison Ford.
someone
Which
hasn't seen
Prime
Let There
Harrison
Be
Ford is like a
Carnage.
good 30 years or
What?
40 years of Harrison Ford. God, this dog. But yeah, I think he's incredible.
There was someone. Oh no. My current favorite is Michael Gambon, who is the second Dumbledore.
Dumbledore, yeah.
I think he's the greatest. Like he just walks into a
Harry
room he's just
Harry
like
Potter, did you put your name in the
screams at
goblet of fire?
people. He just goes, "Shut up!" And everyone's
Yeah.
like, "Oh fuck, this is so funny."
What I was
love
gonna
him
say
so
is
much.
that I think Sam Wilson being in this movie, I think gives credence to that Haley Atwell will play Captain Carter because I think they will want to have three Captain Americas like lined up. I think
with the
that's
Oh,
selling
you're
your
Guardian
so
of USA
right.
yeah,
Yeah,
team
that's
he's
like
right.
too.
selling your multiverse. Or it's like we have
Mhm.
three versions of Captain America, and because that's like a No Way Home kind of deal, you know? It's fun.
They're all swinging on
Yeah, exactly. They're all
He
just
has a No Way
throwing their
Home.
shield at each other, I guess. Like they can't do that. You know, like video games when they do the team up move, like would they all at once
Mm.
throw their shield at Doctor Doom or something? I don't know. It's funny.
It's
Oh,
Jane
that would be
Foster,
cool.
Thor, and Beta Ray Bill all hit the shields at the
Yes, they're
same
going to
time.
introduce
Yeah,
Beta Ray Bill in
yeah.
Avengers Doomsday.
Hell yeah,
Yeah, I'm
Also,
they
excited
are.
for that.
played by Chris Evans.
Played by
I was gonna
Chris
say
Evans.
played by Robert Downey Jr. Fuck.
Yeah.
Damn it.
The next piece of news I have written down here just says Craven sucks balls. So I
Yeah,
didn't see
who would have
Craven.
thought?
I didn't see
You
Craven. I said I
yeah, you
would. I
did.
didn't see it. Apparently, it's the worst movie ever, and it's
Mm.
making no money, and it sucks. So
Huge bomb, yeah.
I did see one clip where it was Rhino, who is the size of a guy, by the way. He's in a truck. He's riding shotgun in a truck. Gets out of the truck, jumps on the top, jumps onto Craven, who's on another car. He lands on Craven, and I saw in the clip, Craven just goes, "Oh, well, you're really heavy." I'm like, "What is this? He's doing MCU. They made him
I
Spider Man."
know.
Like I
Mm.
couldn't believe it. He
Tell you what,
clips
Chameleon looks like Chameleon. I'll give him that.
Chameleon. Spoiler alert for anyone that cares
Oh
about
fuck
Craven.
yes!
But
Sorry.
You know
Chameleon
was
is
in
in
this.
it. He
Didn't
looks like
even
Chameleon.
think about
I
that.
haven't
Yeah.
seen the movie,
go
and
look it up.
apparently it is dog shit. But
I've
we've
heard
got a
bad
lot
things.
of articles about how this could be the end of the SPUMM, or maybe it's not the end of the
No.
SPUMM. But the thing that I thought
I
was
hope we get
most
more
interesting,
spum.
I hope we get more SPUMM. I want to spum it all over. The thing that was most interesting to me was that an article said it went over the details of the Marvel Sony deal that they made, and it said that deal that they made never stopped Sony from being able to put Spider-Man in their movies, which meant that this whole time
Time they
could have
have,
had,
yeah.
and it could have been Tom
Wow.
Holland. They said they thought that audiences wouldn't accept Tom Holland in a universe that wasn't the MCU, which is fair because he's
True.
from the MCU.
That is
But
true, yeah.
it's so, oh my God, so crazy. You have two other Spider-Men,
Ah, the Spider-Man, yeah.
especially one who people want to see more of. This could have so easily been Andrew Garfield's universe.
But would I feel like Andrew Garfield is in the know enough to know that okay, No Way Home is a Marvel Studios
But
Disney
maybe
Sony
they wouldn't have been
collab?
as dog shit if there was a Spider-Man in them.
It's Sony we're talking about.
But
So
Sony
you're
we're
saying
talking
like
about,
Venom would have been the same movie, but instead of Riot, it's just Peter Parker.
but I think it would have been
Tyler, the
cool.
last time Sony were let loose
Yeah.
to make their own Spider-Man movie, what movie did they make?
I don't remember.
Well,
Spider-Man.
technically it was Across the Spider-Verse.
Yeah,
I
that's
wasn't,
what
I was gonna say, I
Spider-Man
wasn't
ever
born
made.
yet.
But if we're talking live action,
Was it Amazing Spider-Man 2? Andrew
it
Garfield.
was, which is dog
Yeah, that movie
shit.
sucks.
That
No, but
movie is dog shit.
I think it could have been like, I guess in a similar way that James Gunn wants to do his DCU, which I guess we'll get into in a bit. You could have had an MCU Spider-Man and a Sony Spider-Man where you get the more grounded, regular Spider-Man stuff, right? You had one Spider-Man who teams up with like the Avengers, and you have one Spider-Man who does like the Mary Jane romance and the oh my god, I can't tell Aunt May that I'm Spider-Man, but I have beat up and I have to get eggs or whatever whatever those movies were about. That could have been cool, I
Exactly
guess.
what they're about.
Yeah, that could have been cool. But also, yeah, like all of these movies are terrible, and none of them have been
Mm.
good, and they've actually progressively gotten worse
Yeah.
from a low, which is Venom 1, which isn't good,
Hey, no, no,
but
no.
is
Venom 2 is better. Venom 2 is better than Venom 1.
but
Yeah, I
still,
agree with
but
that.
even since Venom 2, progressively we got Morbius, and then we got Madam Web, and then we got Venom 3, and then we got Craven.
Oh, the pizza box is down there.
Yeah.
Venom
Oh,
3 was
rip.
the worst one, I
Oh,
think.
there.
Venom 3 was heartbreaking, man.
For
Like it
the
just
three Venom movies, I
just
think
a
it was the worst one.
soul easily
Oh,
the
yeah,
worst
it was
Venom
easily
movie.
the worst
But it was a
Venom, yeah.
soul crushing movie in general. Like just
Cheers
the
to the
end-
ones that we got.
The ending is
Cheers to the
so
witches.
confounding, man.
I'm gonna miss
forget
you, buddy.
Yeah.
I won't forget you, buddy. That's it.
I'm just gonna. I'm sorry. I'm gonna call you out, Harper, for this. But Harper took like a 3 week break from A Hero Story, and he took a break from like the internet in general.
Oh
So
yeah.
he said this big paragraph being like, "Hey guys, I'm not gonna be
I
here for a
finished. I
while. I'm
finished.
leaving the chat.
Finished the book.
I'm gonna go read a book." So he like put his phone away.
No,
He told us that we're
writing
not gonna hear
one. I
from him
wrote
for a
it. I
bit.
finished writing
But
it.
oh, you wrote a book.
Nice.
Yeah, I finished writing book.
That's
Thumbs up.
amazing.
Thanks,
We'll
man.
talk about that later. But my point is he did this
Do
whole thing
it.
saying that he's leaving and we don't know how long he's gonna be
Yeah.
gone for. And Tyler's reply was just the lyrics to Maroon 5. It's like,
Yeah, yeah, that's right.
I just said
I'm
memories. Cheers to the one
Just
that
the
we
ones
got.
that we got.
gonna miss you, buddy.
Which I don't know what brought me back to the group chats, but I'm
funny,
still
man.
like off socials. I've dipped back in just to like check because I didn't tell people I was going. So I had plenty of people messaging me like,
Are you
"You want to
dead?
do this? You wanna do that? Yeah, you dead?" So I had
You
to
haven't been
come back and
active
be
on
like,
Instagram
"Hey."
for 2 days.
Yeah. It was
You
like I
must
left
be
it for like
dead.
3 weeks and I came back and I had messages like people had sent messages consecutively like every 3 days and I was like, probably should fucking say something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know, there was one day where like you guys were talking about something and it brought me back to the group chat. It might have even been D&D. I don't remember what it was, but
Maybe
I
yeah,
was like,
something like that,
I
probably.
can't remember, yeah.
Um,
We'll talk about that later.
yes, we
But yeah,
will.
here's the ones
Um,
that had a Maroon 5 playing with a montage of
yeah,
the movie we just watched.
yeah.
Remember this
I
from
saw
20
the
minutes
message
ago?
and I just saluted.
Wow.
Yeah, I stood up in the theater and saluted too.
Yeah, me too. I just took there and farted. So we got some DCU strange news.
I'm a hater. I'm a
The
hater.
weird ones.
Oh
I
yeah,
guess
no, Hunter. I'm so on Hunter's side. Like, I mean,
we can.
Tyler. It's not like you guys weren't butting heads,
No,
but
yeah.
everything
No.
Hunter was saying, I agree
Tyler
with.
literally
I
said he
just
agreed with me, but he wanted to argue.
because
Yeah,
it's just
exactly,
you
yeah.
though. Like I just don't like having. I don't like you being on the side that I agree with. Because you just don't put it correctly. Just something about the way you speak makes me mad. You were just like this, because you said like, oh, this would be like in the MCU if instead of the if before Iron Man we got a whiplash movie, a whiplash movie, and just you
Whip.
saying that, I don't know why it just like made my blood boil.
But he's right.
But I'm
But he is
right.
right. Yes. But anyway, what we're talking about is that they have announced a Clayface movie written by Mike Flanagan, who in
Which is
2021
good, yeah.
they asked him, someone tweeted at him in 2021, if you can make a superhero movie, what would you want to make? And he said, I'm really keen to make a Clayface horror tragedy movie. So this has been, I guess, a dream project of his. It's coming out on September 11th, 2026, which is
Why?
and it's going to be in the
And so
DCU, or at least that's what James Gunn he tweeted and he said that it's a
the next
DCU.
chapter in the DCU.
Yeah.
What?
Which,
But
and this
genuinely, why would anything ever come out on that date in America ever?
I know plenty of stuff does. I mean, you know, we have to
Really?
live still. Did you know they don't?
No, but I
show
thought it would be
schools or
like I thought it
anything?
would be like Anzac Day or whatever is here, where it's like a like
What the hell's
you just take
Anzac
it's
Day?
more of a remembrance day. Well, Anzac is
You think
like the
America's going to
Australian
give its people a day
military.
off? Are you insane?
Fair point. Sorry.
They
At
will
least
for
they
the
give you
Clayface
free
movie.
healthcare, right?
Oh yeah, hell yeah. It's funny. But apparently Mike Flanagan is also a huge fan of the Feats of Clay episodes of the Batman animated series, which I think are the best episodes of the Batman animated series. And I could see a movie out of it. Here's my question. First of all, are good movies worth it? Are just if this is just a good movie, regardless of
Yeah.
the fact that it's another supervillain spinoff that presumably will not have the hero
Mhm.
in it, if it's a good movie, is it worth it?
No.
I mean, the Penguin was great, but
No, straight up no. No, straight up no.
yeah,
No.
Harper's right.
It's just
I
like
love Clayface, but I would rather have a Batman movie where he fights Clayface.
this is what I'm
Just
saying.
make
You
Clayface the
can
villain.
do both. Like you
Yeah,
can do both.
You would think that you could do both
You
of
can
these
do
like,
the
oh, we can't
Clayface
have-
horror tragedy within a Batman movie. The last Batman movie was 3 hours long. You're telling me you couldn't
3
fit a
hours
Clayface thing?
long.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you
Do
can
you
do
think?
it.
Because I
And Riddler was
wonder,
like he was well written and defined, and we know who he is and everything. It's
and
not
they
like,
dro-
oh,
and
he's
they
a
also
No,
drop him
villain.
for an
no,
hour and get back
no.
to him. Like, there's plenty of space in that movie. You get like 4 villains in that movie. Um,
Yeah.
but what I think, yeah. Do you think first that it's possible we could get the DCU Batman in this movie?
I don't
They
think so.
launch him in this?
I don't think so.
No.
Oh,
Okay.
actually, you know that? No, actually, no. You got to remember, like Tyler might be onto something because they've started this universe with an animated series that was
Creature
clearly
Commandos.
made to be set in the last universe.
Yes.
And they've
Universe.
clearly changed assets so that our first view of David Corrin Sweat Superman is him as dead
On a
Jesus.
cross. You know,
Yeah,
it's
so,
interesting
like,
though.
this
Clayface
is a
will
very
be
real
in
chance.
Creature Commandos.
No,
He's in the
really.
trailers. Yes.
Oh, he's
So
played by Alan Tudyk.
yes.
Oh, fuck
Very
yeah.
interesting.
Hell yeah. K2SO, the goat. Wash.
But here's what
Firefly.
I think is very interesting about this whole thing. First of all, they announced that executive producing or producing on this movie is Matt Reeves.
Harvey
And I think it's interesting
Weinstein.
that Matt Reeves,
Mhm.
no, Harvey Weinstein. I don't know if you know what's happening. I know you're not really big on your Harvey Weinstein lore, but he's
Mm.
not making movies anymore. I
If
know you
there's
wish he was.
anyone,
I know
if
you
there's
wish he still
anyone on
was
this-
making movies, but he's not anymore.
Tyler, if there's anyone on this podcast that doesn't know what random actors have done problematically
It's-
over the
yeah,
years,
it's
it's
true.
me.
Yes, definitely
I'm,
not him.
I'm definitely not that guy.
Yeah, you don't know anything about what anyone's ever done
No.
ever. Yeah.
No.
But I
Is
think
that
it's
why your favorite
interesting-
actor is Jared Leto?
It's true.
Yeah.
Because you don't know anything.
God,
He didn't even know that
No,
COVID
I'm
happened,
pretty
remember?
sure. Yeah, no, because he was in the desert.
Oh, we were like worshiping in a monastery. I didn't even know COVID was a thing.
Yeah.
Piece of shit, and they cast him as Morbius. But I think it's interesting that Matt Reeves would be producing on Batman movies that are not in his universe, right? Does that mean
Yeah.
he's a bigger hand in just the Batman corner of the DCU in
Yeah,
general?
he definitely does. Yeah, he's like the Batman
Number
guy
two,
of DC
The
Studios.
Batman Part 2 is scheduled to release 1 month later after
Oh.
Clayface.
I feel like it'll be delayed.
So
Yeah,
that's the
I-
other
I
thing. First of all, interesting thing about Clayface, they said that the idea behind this is to make like a $40 million budget horror movie just to show that there's going to be tonal differences in the movies that they make. Fine, whatever. Do your fucking, I guess you're not wasting ass loads of money on it, right? But someone asked James Gunn when the fucking Batman Part 2 is going to happen, when we're going to learn anything about it. And he said he hasn't even gotten a first script yet. He hasn't gotten a first draft. And it's been 2.5 years. And listen, I'm not going to push Matt Reeves. He makes masterpieces. Let him cook. But at the same time,
I'm gonna push him. Okay, if you're not,
Yeah,
then
no.
I will
Time,
go to his.
James
I'll
Gunn.
push him.
James Gunn in the past year has been running this studio, wrote a TV show, directed a movie, has done all these things. I understand that he's like a workaholic. He probably loves it more or loves to push himself like that. And Matt Reeves doesn't have to. But like, don't you want to make this movie? Don't you want to get this movie done? I think it's strange.
He's
I
definitely
can't
taking his
fuck-
time with it. Like,
Yeah.
it's
I can't
too much.
like, do you think that they are taking their time because they are trying to figure out what to do about this Batman situation?
No, they gotta have an idea. They would have had ideas when they wrote the first movie where it's gonna go.
No, but I
Didn't
mean
they
like
say-
what to do about the whole Batman, like what they're doing pushing forward with Batman for this universe and these universes. Like, because Matt Reeves being a part of this Clayface movie, I think is fucking weird. And
Yeah, and David Slazov said that there's only gonna be one Batman. Whoever-
David
what's his
slags
name?
off his fucking workers. Yeah.
What's his name? David.
David
what's-
Zaslav or something
Zaslav.
like
Zaslav.
that? You said
Victor Zaz.
Slavlov or something.
Zachary Levi's best friend that he goes
Yes.
skiing with.
Yeah.
So
Oh my
therefore, he
God.
has to be in the DCU because he goes skiing with him.
Yeah.
Um, he said that there was not going to be more than one Batman running around in for DC Studios. So
Yeah.
Dude,
I just
that clip
I
where it's
wonder what that
the
means.
kids interviewing Zach Levi and they go, "Why was Shazam 2 so bad?" And he goes, "It was
I
good."
thought it was all
I'm
right.
like,
Yeah.
just kill him. Just like get rid of him.
Yeah. No, hey man, you don't want to piss off the Chuck heads listening, the Chucksters
The
yeah,
listening to
Chuckheads,
this
yeah,
we
the
do
podcast.
have
Chuck
one. We
Lords.
do have a Chuckhead
We do
listener.
have Chucksters,
I
yeah.
watched Chuck as a kid too.
Wow. So you're
Yeah.
slagging off Chuck and you're an OG Chuckster.
I'm an OG Chuckster, bro. I was a Chuckaholic.
You're saying to kill the Chuckhead.
Yeah, come on.
No,
Don't you want him
Chuck,
to
I
chuck
guess
you
No,
you're
off?
you're a
just
Chuckhead.
Shazam. I'm not advocating for taking like Zach Levi out,
Well, guess what? If you
but
watch Shazam 2 and then you end it like 10 minutes before it actually ends, then you will see a movie where Shazam dies and doesn't come back.
that's true. I'll get my wish. I sure
Exactly.
hope Wonder
Actually,
Woman
like,
doesn't show up in it randomly at the end. That would be
Exactly. If you cut
crazy.
off just 10 minutes beforehand, maybe she won't. Um, but if this
Oh,
movie,
yeah.
if they were to fold I guess it's again hopium or copium, whatever you call it, and we talk about this like every week. If they were to fold Matt Reeves and his universe and Robert Pattinson's Batman
Fold
into the
Matt Reeves
DCU,
in.
yeah, if they were to fold, yeah, if they were gonna get them into this universe, if Robert Pattinson was gonna be the Batman for the DCU, 2026 is not a bad timeline, right? Like that's fair. But
yeah,
if this is gonna still be its own trilogy of things, that and what the next Batman Part 3 is in 2030. No, 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 no.
it will be, I guess. Yeah.
we have to fucking start making these movies. I want to see it. I want
Is
to see
Brett
it,
Ratner still making movies?
I think he
Yeah.
is. I think Brett Ratner made
Acclaimed
something
director
recent.
Brett Ratner. He's never done anything
Well,
bad either.
Clayface doesn't have a director attached, so it's written by Mike.
I hope they get some like real like esteemed actors, like maybe a Kevin Spacey or something. You know,
Oh wow, this guy.
non-problematic
He
individuals.
cried
Have I
on air
missed?
that one time.
You know what's
Have I?
hilarious? I just looked up Brett Ratner, and it says
Yeah.
Rush Hour 4 reportedly up in the air as studios weigh Brett Ratner problem.
What do you
Is
mean?
they
He's been a problem for like a decade.
No,
What?
but that's the thing is because I guess they're in franchise overload. We're like, we can make Rush Hour 4, but do we have to get Brett Ratner back for it?
Do we have to do that? Yeah.
Hey, going
I
back to
just I like
Clayface.
I was gonna say I like
Sorry,
the idea that me every time you guys bring up like random actor who's been in like 3 movies, I'm like, well, did you know that in
No.
2015 they actually did
He
this,
murdered a
this, and
woman.
this? And
Like,
you're
no, I didn't
yeah,
know
and you're
that,
like,
man.
but I like the idea that now I'm the one that's just like, yeah, I mean, you guys, you could absolutely hire, yeah, Kevin Spacey. I mean, he's a great actor, and like
Yeah.
I don't
He
remember
was really
any
good at
of it.
Baby Driver.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
He was good at
Ansel
Baby
Elgort
Driver.
as well. He's cool, right? Right.
Yeah, that movie turned out some sort of way, didn't it?
But yeah, going back to Clayface real quick,
Yes.
I think it could be a great movie, but the DCU is going to start with Creature Commando, Superman,
actually
Supergirl,
could be
Lanterns, and
Strange. Yeah, very strange. It's
Clayface.
optics. It's weird
Hmm.
optics. I
It's
like
just
the
such a
idea of doing a
strange.
movie about whatever because I'm looking at like the comics they make. It's like they're making a Two-Face series right now, and I would
They are.
never read that, but that's like there's an audience for it, and I guess why not? And in theory, I guess I'm okay with them doing movies in a similar fashion. And what I like about the DCU is that it does seem to be director focused, where like there's no like as opposed to the SPUMM, our glorious SPUMM, where Sony is forcing people to make these movies. These are movies that directors want to make. This is like Mike Flanagan wants to make this movie. It's not that James Gunn was like, well, someone's got to make a Clayface movie. We got to churn out a Clayface movie. He, this is like a Mike Flanagan. He wants to do it, and I think that's cool, as opposed to the MCU, as opposed to all these universes. And I think that that is very like attractive about this universe is that we could just get a a director who wants to make a movie about anything, and then they do it in the DC universe, and it could be quality. But again, it is weird optics. Harper, raising your hand. What's up?
I just figured out our next watch party
Oh, here we go. Clayface.
pilot episode of Chuck.
The
Wouldn't that be wouldn't that kind of be fun? Like, because
Yeah.
I'm not gonna remember that shit.
But I
It'd
just
be like
wonder if it's
40
gonna.
minutes.
What if it's really good? And I'm like, oh
It
my
probably
god,
is really good.
I think Chuck looks fun. like, I don't
What
know
if we
nothing
love it?
about it, but yeah, maybe I could see
It's
myself.
like
It'd be
Yvonne
hard, though,
Strahovski
'cause
song.
As soon as Zachary Levi hits the screen, we'll just be cheering for the whole time.
I bet if we pushed hard enough. What the hell is he fucking talking about?
Yvonne Stravinsky. Fuck! I can't say it.
I feel like I know. Oh shit! I feel
the
like
actress.
I know.
Is that her?
Yeah, no, I don't know.
Yvonne Stravinsky?
I don't know. Stop asking.
Fuck, I feel like
don't
Hunter
know.
right now. I just can't get it. Hunter, are you Googling it?
No, there's a new Deadline article on the SPUMM.
On the SPUMM.
Oh, what is there?
On the SPUMM.
Has Yvonne Stravinsky been
Deadline.
cast?
This was 2 hours ago. Sony reportedly plans to reboot the SPUMM. The studio is taking its recent failures seriously.
Oh,
No,
I
they
did
are
see
not.
this. No,
No,
it said
they're
that they're
not.
looking for a new direction for the SPUMM. I did see this. Well, because the only things they're focusing on now
direction
for the SPUMM, but the things that they're focusing on now are Spider-Man 4 and Beyond the Spider-Verse. But after that, they're going to have to really, I guess, reevaluate what to do with the SPUMM in the timeline from the next Spider-Man movie to the sequel of it. And yeah, I don't give a shit. But
it's some spum-offs. Some spin-offs of the SPUMM. Some more spum-offs. Do like a chameleon spum-off of Craven.
Oh my god, that's genius. I would say do a spum-off about like Toxin.
Oh yeah, right, spum-off.
The lightning person in Venom 3.
I'll be honest with you.
That one lightning symbiote. Christmas.
Yeah. Saying spum-off feels like I feel uncomfortable. It's like apparently that's my line. Like of all the things we've ever talked about.
SPUMM-off. Sony Pictures universe of Marvel movies, by the way, is what we're saying. That's the SPUMM. You know what's interesting about the SPUMM that I think that article also had in it is that we're back to the SPUMM, guys. Is that apparently they never at any point had a plan, like a cohesive, like how things would tie together. Like they were just making dog shit movies for the love of the game. Like they never had an idea of like how Venom would tie into Morbius or how that would tie into Craven or why he went to the MCU or like what Null's gonna do or any like they just put this shit in because like why not? That's crazy.
Yeah, they did because like Craven doesn't tie into Venom and Madam Web doesn't tie into any of them.
Remember when Morbius says "I am Venom"?
I am Venom to some guy in Mexico.
Yeah,
I'm gonna make a fun little addition to this podcast. Right
here we go.
You ready? Let me just see if my timing's right. Okay. All right. This is how long I've got left. Proceed.
Here we go.
Before I have to go.
It is. It's okay. That's okay. We got time. It is interesting how he tells some guy in Mexico that he is Venom. That says, "Just kidding, it's Dr. Michael Morbius." But in Venom 3, they say that it's only been a year since Venom 1.
Yeah, that's true.
So maybe that one was actually in the movie because it was.
Some shit
I don't think he says, "Just kidding, I'm Dr. Michael Morbius" in the movie though. He just says, "Hi."
No, he says, "I am Venom," and then the guy runs away.
I just said, "Hi, I'm Venom." No, yeah, the guy runs away. Yeah, weird. It's so strange. I can't believe Madam Web was this year. Like, wow.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Was it really?
It was this year.
We got Madam Web at the start and bookended with Craven.
Yeah.
Someone's got it, dude.
And as far as superhero movies go, all we had is Deadpool and Wolverine in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Were there any other comic book movies this year?
No, there were shows like Penguin, but yeah.
There were no other comic book movies at all.
Yeah. Did Marvel Studios not have a movie this year?
Deadpool Wolverine.
Oh, fucking hell.
Oh, bloody hell, man.
The DCU is being
the Lamborghini,
made.
sir.
You bloody got me there, man.
So it's like
Joker. Don't forget Joker fully ado, bro.
No, I did forget it actually.
Yeah, he specifically forgot it.
It's on HBO Max now.
I can't believe Red 1 is already streaming.
That's I'm gonna watch it. I might fucking watch that shit.
No, but just like the fact that why are you excited, Hunter? There's no way it's not
Red 1.
Not dog shit. No, but like the fact they released it early, clearly thinking like this is gonna do big, it's gonna have legs, it's gonna go through Christmas, and it's like a week and a half before, and they're like,
yeah,
that's kind of
released
it like right before like Moana, I think.
Moana and Glicked, yeah.
Yeah, Wicked starring Gladiator 2.
And Gladiator, yeah.
Apparently Moana was like 4, but they Clone Wars movied it. It was supposed to be like
it was supposed
4
to be a
episodes of a
Disney Plus
TV show.
yeah.
And they squished, and like people like, yeah, you can tell. it really is like this.
It's like, okay, we have the budget for animation. It's like, yeah, but The Rock voices Maui. It's like, oh.
All right, we gotta make it. All right. Superman trailers apparently this week. Exciting.
Sonic 3, that means.
Oh, maybe it was Sonic 3, yeah.
It is Sonic 3.
Yeah, I think so apparently there's going to be a press screening of it at the DC Studios tomorrow, and it's going to release at some point this week, apparently maybe Thursday. But don't put any, weight on these days. It could just be at any point, or it couldn't release this week. It might not even release this week. But apparently
when does the movie come out? When's the movie come
out? July.
Okay. Oh, okay. So yeah. Here's a trailer.
Exciting. The thing is, the movie is so squished is the issue. Like Superman is, I think, a week before the new Jurassic World movie, which won't make money because kids love dinosaurs. And then 2 weeks after that is Fantastic Four. So like, people love dinosaurs. And I'm saying these movies make money because kids love dinosaurs. Kids love dinosaurs more than they love Superman. So I guess we'll see, right?
And that is the correct opinion, in my opinion.
Can't say I agree. Anyway, the next. So we have some comic news. I thought this was interesting. Harper, you definitely haven't seen this. Issue 6 of Iron Man. They're retitling it. Have you seen this? So we talked about how I spoke to Spencer Ackerman.
The Crisis on Infinite Earths Iron Man.
Crisis on Infinite Armor. Cool.
Yes. Yeah, demons in infinite bottles. I don't know. How I spoke to Spencer Ackerman, he said that originally he wanted to start with issue 6 with the Doom stuff. So this is going to be the Doom stuff. It's called Insurgent Iron Man. The Insurgent Iron Man. Dr. Doom is emperor of the entire planet, and everyone is happy about it. Governments and populations all over kowtow to the Sorcerer Supreme, Emperor Doom, savior of the world. Even the Avengers cannot find the evil in his schemes, not yet anyway. But Tony Stark isn't built to sit back and wait. Equipped with new deadly armor, Iron Man will take the fight to Dr. Doom's door alongside some unlikely allies. So Dr. Doom rules the world. Tony Stark is the lead rebel or like leader.
It's like alternate universe then.
Yes,
I have one. I saw this morning. I got excited because I've been waiting for like an announcement.
Damn it! It's going to be I know what it is. It's the next. Yep.
Doctor Strange of Asgard.
Whoa!
Doctor Strange is going to Asgard because he wants to be the Sorcerer Supreme of their realm. That's their new book.
Woo! Yeah.
And he finds out that maybe it's not so easy. Yeah, that's the new Doctor Strange book. Stuff. But yeah, Iron Man sounds fascinating.
That is fucking Doctor Strange of Asgard.
Big.
There's no
Derek Landy.
Oh, there is. Okay, never mind.
Derek Landy, art by Carlos Magno. Cover by Jeff Shaw.
I like Jeff Shaw.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's really cool, actually. I like that a lot.
This one's weird, but fuck
Tyler, did you finish McKay's fucking Strange in the End or not?
Oh, I don't even know that I did, actually.
Brother, this is such a definitive
Strange is pretty decent.
I'm sick, all right? I can't believe I'm sick today. You can't believe you finished it 2 months ago.
I finished
Doctor Strange. Jed McKay's Doctor Strange, not Clea Strange.
Oh no, I just read Strange. I didn't read Doctor.
Brother.
Here's another bit of interesting comics that will be released in 2025. Godzilla versus Marvel.
Yeah, we're getting
4 issues of Godzilla versus Marvel. So it launches with Godzilla versus the Fantastic Four, in which the Fantastic Four, written by fucking Ryan North, which is good as fuck, man. Oh my god, and drawn by John Romita Jr.
Justice League.
Drawn by John Romita Jr., which will pit the Fantastic Four and the Silver Surfer against King Ghidorah, who will become the Herald of Galactus. So the worst thing that could ever happen will happen, and that's issue 1. And then we're getting Godzilla versus actually, it just starts with Godzilla versus Fantastic Four. It doesn't say what's next, but I think we're getting Godzilla versus the Avengers, I would assume. Godzilla versus X-Men. And it's 4 issues celebrating the 70th birthday of Godzilla.
So exciting.
Very exciting. Very cool. I just think whoever, it must have been Ryan North. That guy's a fucking genius. him coming up with the idea. I hope it was him that came up with the idea for King Ghidorah as the Herald of Galactus.
The Herald of Galactus, yeah.
That's scary as fuck. That's horrible. I would like, out of everything that's happened in the Marvel universe, I feel like that's the scariest thing ever.
It is really like, what if Hitler became the servant of Hitler or the devil? Like, it's so many levels.
It's so evil. Yeah.
Hitler electing a sir. He's like,
yeah. Hitler. God. I was watching
the Dragon Warriors me.
When Hitler signs Indy's like notebook or whatever, you just
oh my god, in Last Crusade, yeah.
God, what a bad dude. I know that's maybe it's controversial to say.
We named the dog Indiana.
Yeah, good movie.
Sean Connery's another good guy, isn't he?
Sean Connery, no, yeah, he's interesting though, isn't he? You ever see that article? Or no, it's not an article. It's a video of Sean Connery where he's like, "You just have to."
I think it's okay. Yeah, it's okay to give her a little slap every now and then. Keep her in line. You're like, dude.
Come on, man. You're not really James Bond, dude. Come on. What are you talking? You just have to slap her once. Yeah. Slap her once real hard.
I think that gets the message through. Jesus Christ.
Shut up. Yeah.
Rest in peace.
There's an early Bond movie where Bond is trying to like get some information out of a woman, and she's like, she doesn't know that he's like who he is at first. And so he comes up to her as like this charismatic guy. She's sitting on a towel on the beach and she's in a bikini, and he grabs the bikini, wraps it around her neck and starts choking her with it while he's asking her, like while he's interrogating her. He's such a bad guy. He's so bad. It is so bad, man.
Is that the one where he shoots someone with a harpoon gun?
Maybe. I don't remember. That makes me laugh, man. That is so evil. There's one where he just jets off in a fucking jetpack. Like the first 5 minutes, he just has a jetpack stashed and flies away.
Hell yeah, dude.
Oh my god.
So funny.
Last bit of comic news. This one's interesting. Ryan Otley and fucking what's his name? Who's that guy? Robert Kirkman will reunite for a Battle Beast ongoing book. Set within the timeline of the original Invincible story. So it's an ongoing
set during Invincible.
It's set during Invincible, but it's a Battle Beast ongoing.
Okay.
Cool.
That's cool.
I'm not going to read it, but it's cool. Yeah.
I'll wait to see what people are saying.
That's not. Yeah. I'll wait to see what people are saying.
They did a Battle Beast like 6-page book or something like that recently.
No, but now they're doing an ongoing series.
That's cool that they're doing that. Yeah. Battle Beast is a cool character.
Yeah, he is really cool. This is like how many issues of Invincible where he's just fighting who's he fighting? Thrag? Yeah,
he fights Thrag just for like 50 issues.
For like 15 issues in a row. Just cuts back like 2 pages every issue of just them kicking the
because like the plot's developing and it just keeps cutting to like blood.
Just them ripping each other's faces off. Yeah. Harper, I told you that I was going to have a bit of a curveball odd thing that I wanted to throw out here. I think this is very interesting. Today this is what I wrote down. Last Jedi released 7 years ago today. Did it end the world?
I think it did. I really think it did.
7 years ago today, Star Wars: The Last Jedi. Did that destroy culture?
I think it destroyed culture. It split. It was the beginning of splitting people down the middle and making people choose sides. And if you don't choose a side, you don't exist.
Yes. Well, at least with like pop culture, people have been doing that.
That being said, I think it's fine. That
being said, I think I love it, and I adore that movie.
I don't like it,
but I think it is hilarious that like you think Rian Johnson feels like Oppenheimer. Do you think?
Yeah, kind of. The Oppenheimer of culture.
Because I feel like the culture war is so ridiculous at this point. We were talking about that Naughty Dog game that they announced, which is a terrible title, by the way. Intergalactic: The Heretic Prophet.
It could have just pick one.
Yeah, just pick one. But people they're freaking out because she's like got her head shaved and she's a black. It's like, bro, get a life. I know. Isn't it crazy how deep like the culture war goes now?
Yeah,
nothing is safe.
It's like about everything.
Do we just play video game? Like, do you just play video games because you want to fuck the main character?
Yeah. No, but do
you play? Yeah, but like, you don't play like Crash Bandicoot Like, if you did, would you not be
fuck
happy because
that
you want to fuck?
Bandicoot.
Well, I know you in Australia, you guys probably do that all the time, but just in general, you know what I mean? It's like, is that the criteria for video games?
No. You're honestly here, Tyler, because I was in Australia when Crash Bandicoot 4 came out, and there was advertisements everywhere.
Everywhere, yeah.
And I went to Australia
Australian.
Zoo. Like, I went to Australia Zoo, and there was mascots of Crash Bandicoot walking around.
Is Crash Bandicoot or is I was gonna say is the Australian mascot? What I meant was, are bandicoots native to Australia?
No, I don't believe they are. I don't think
They have to be. They
would have to be.
No,
they seem like a little weaselly little things that would be on Australia. You guys have so many fucking weasels for no reason. Bandicoot. You just have rodents.
Yeah, they're native to Australia. Why else would it be everywhere?
Yeah, they are too. I'll be honest. Until Googling it right now, I had no idea what they even fucking looked like.
Yeah, that doesn't look like
Naughty Dog.
You're telling me that's Crash, bro? What the fuck?
Because Spyro is also from Australia, right?
Where are they from? Spyro, the dragon.
He's also native to Australia.
That's true. Yeah, no, they do. You guys do have those.
Is.
Yeah. Anyway, that was interesting.
But yeah, the culture was bad, but especially like the Game Awards happened this week. And at the Game Awards, they announced a lot of games, and a lot of people are mad at these games because they are women.
Like The Witcher, right? Like, I don't really care about The Witcher, but like, doesn't it? I as a layman in the Witcher fandom could understand that you would want to make a game about Ciri because she's one of the main fucking characters.
And
right?
they set it up as the main character, the next one in Witcher 3.
Yeah, I just
okay, I guess spoilers for an almost 10-year-old game.
A 10-year-old game, yeah.
Sort of spoiler. In the DLC Blood and Wine for Witcher 3, Geralt retires.
Mm.
And they said he'll be in The Witcher 4 as well. It makes sense that like the
other Witcher is gonna be the next. Okay.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
But people are angry. They're so mad, and same with like Naughty Dog's new IP as a woman involved.
Yeah.
I do love that shit because it really is just like it's complaining about like, oh, I can't believe this woman character is taking over. This is awful. Things were so much better in the 80s. Let me go and watch Aliens. Like a movie where like a woman just scolds.
No, but then
she calls a bunch of men like idiots for like 2
hours.
It
was way better in the 80s. Let's watch Rocky 3 where they're in crop tops at all times. All the men are wearing crop tops.
Yeah. No, but like,
exactly.
but they'll go on something. They'll say like, well, Ripley, like she was competent and she got it done and like she knew what she was doing.
Yeah, exactly.
Shut the fuck. Who cares, man?
And these characters don't.
But this is what I mean. Did it start? I know when it started. It was not with Rey. Rey was her taking over Luke's spot, them presenting Luke as frail and Rey as strong. Definitely did something to the fandom, even though I don't think that's how they portrayed it. But it was, I know what it was. It was the fucking Ghostbusters reboot. That's what it was.
Oh, wow.
Which nobody saw and nobody cares about today and did not deserve any of that. Did you see
it?
I watched it. I watched it.
Is it good?
Why?
Because I like the original
Hemsworth.
Ghostbusters a lot. No, it wasn't good. It was bad. It wasn't bad because women. It was bad because it was really cringe.
It was bad because
Chris Hemsworth was Ken. He was just like dumb and stupid. Ha ha ha! Isn't that funny?
Okay. It is funny. I think that's actually
yes, it was. Is the answer? Yes, it fucking was. No.
Interesting. Yeah, I do think when Rey caught the lightsaber, it's a fan that broke the worst people you know.
That was interesting. I mean, even if it was Finn, I wonder if those bad people, if the worst people we know would have had much of a difference.
Oh, the worst, even worse than the worst people you know.
You remember when that first teaser for The Force Awakens came out, and Finn, picks his head up, and everyone's just like, "There can't be black stormtroopers."
Yeah, I do remember that. Yeah,
why not though?
Why not? Yeah.
Yeah, why can't there be?
There's actually
because they're clones. It's like they're not though.
But they're not.
It's been a long time, dude.
I remember arguing.
They wouldn't even have been clones in the original series.
It'd be like it could be, and even then we didn't know nothing about Finn. It's like this could be a guy dressed as Stormtrooper, like they do in the first Star Wars movie ever.
Literally,
they disguise themselves as Stormtroopers. So yeah.
Do you think that studios need to do more to like? Do you think they need to stand up for their actors more? You were talking
Yeah,
about
Yep,
you were
like
talking about Harry Potter before the podcast, Harper, and they're making that new Harry Potter show for whatever reason. But
yeah,
God, I
one
think
of the people that they offered the role of Snape
Snape.
is black, and like
yes,
that guy's gonna get thrown to the wolves. And
yeah,
no, and but Warner Brothers really should step up and go, hey, we don't care. We cast this guy because he's the best person for the role.
mm,
None of the companies ever fucking do that. Remember when like
yeah.
Ewan McGregor had to come out and be like, guys, stop being
Stop it with
racist.
the hate on Reaver.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
but like Lucasfilm didn't do that. Star Wars didn't do that. It had to be Ewan McGregor because he like gave
Yeah.
a shit. But like I really feel like studios have to do more to just like not throw these people to the. It's ridiculous. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Especially actors that are not made. Like I guess
Yeah.
there's a difference.
Fuck, it's true.
Like nobody deserves that, even if you're a made actor or whatever. But like, if you're a person who has just gotten a huge role in a big franchise, like a Star Wars or something, and this is your big break, fucking protect that person, man.
Mhm,
Oh
mhm.
my god, it's crazy. I think it's crazy. We live in these.
Yeah, I
We
feel
live in
bad for Daisy Ridley and everyone that goes through that.
everyone, bro. Oh my god, the Last Jedi. Fucking what was her name? Oh, that's not good. I don't remember. Rose. There we go.
Mm,
Oh yeah.
Rose. God. Like yeah. Anyway.
I
Anyway.
think it's always interesting when you see like the people that hate on these things, and it's always for like these bullshit reasons. Yeah, I'll raise a woman and whatever and blah blah blah. But they always there's I notice this all the fucking time. I've noticed this with family members too. They always find one thing that makes them sound a little bit better to make it seem like they're not a piece of shit. Like they'll go,
I
fuck
have a
Ray,
wife.
fuck Star Wars, and yeah, but they'll go, oh, but like they ripped off Finn in the last movie. He should have had a bigger role. And you
Yeah.
know they were the people like 4 years ago
Yeah.
being like, meh, 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 you know what I mean? And it's like it's such horse shit. Meh, meh, meh,
Yeah,
you
they
know,
go
like
meh, meh.
just fucking lying through their teeth. Like they're people that
Yeah,
just
no,
they
I know.
just
I know.
stand for nothing. And once
Yeah.
Yeah.
again, eradicate them.
I think you know what?
Dude,
I'm not
I
gonna
feel that I get Thanos. I get him to some extent. I
but
get him.
Thanos
Just,
didn't
just
man, Thanos was an asshole though. He could have picked and
At
chose. He could have just
random.
said
look.
end the culture war.
I'm
He
I'm
didn't.
with Thanos in how he was in Endgame, where he's like, let's just shred it and start again. Let's just
From its last
down
atom. Yeah,
down to its last atom. Just
I
start
use the
over.
stones to destroy the stones.
that's awesome.
That's a good point.
But yeah, no,
He could have been like
Harry
end
Potter.
culture war.
Yeah, but he did it
End
because he's a
culture.
bad guy. He's a bad guy. That's how you know he didn't end the culture
Kendrick
war.
wins.
Yeah. So I guess real quick, we got some comics this week. We got Ultimates Universe 1 year in. This was a very insular issue. It's very like singular. Like it takes place over it doesn't really explore the universe like I thought it would. It takes place with Nick Fury.
Yeah.
And Nick Fury is the head of Hand.
I have a question.
Don't
we
ask
go.
it. He's white.
No, you can't call him that.
Oh, that's terrible. No, I was
What were you
gonna
gonna say?
say,
What?
did
Did what?
he die? Oh, I have to go. Sorry.
Did
Did
he
Nick Fury die or
Do you
not?
actually have to go?
Yeah, I do.
No,
Oh,
Nick
can-
Fury
can-
dies, but he's
Wait,
a
wait,
lifelong.
wait,
give
you
me-
don't have
give
a,
me-
you don't have 1 minute?
Give me 1 sec.
Okay. Well, anyway, in this issue, Nick Fury, to answer his question, I guess to jump to the end, Nick Fury, there's a million Nick Fury life model decoys that
Oh.
the council have implanted, and every single Nick Fury
Council of
goes through
Kang?
like the council, the makers council,
Oh, okay.
where they basically they stop. I'm gonna mute his mic.
Yeah.
Um,
I was gonna say, what's happening?
But basically every Nick Fury that they make goes through the same moral conundrum where he's like, God, I've been a piece of shit my whole life. I have to be good. And this happens with every single one of them. And so this one, we follow this Nick Fury. We think he's real Nick Fury. And he's like, gone through this life. I muted you,
I'm
Harper,
mute.
because we could hear you.
I'm
Here we go.
Wait, wait, wait.
Oh, he's saying bye-bye.
All right. I just want to know if Nick Fury died or not.
Nick Fury died. He's been a life model decoy. There's a million Nick Furies. All right. Sorry, no, he just left. But anyway, this is interesting. So yeah, every Nick Fury goes through that kind of like, oh my God, my entire life, all I've done is like they show him like murdering Black Bolt when he's a little boy and like just destroying like what could have been the Marvel
Oh, so
universe.
there's no Ultimate Black Bolt?
No, there is not.
Oh,
He said like
do you see
he
what
like
happened
wipes out
in?
the
Oh,
Inhumans.
sorry.
What?
I was just
Did I
gonna
see what happened?
say
What?
before I forget. Are you still reading Ultimate X-Men?
No.
Oh God, this week's issue I saw some panels. I was like, oh no.
What happened?
It's I don't know any context at all. I saw two
Okay,
pages.
here we go.
One of the characters who's young is sitting on her bed, and her mom is like yelling at her from the other side of the room,
Of course.
like getting angry at her, and then she looks up and suddenly her gene appears, and she has Cyclops powers and lasers through the mom's head,
Oh
and then
no.
opens the door. She's laying there and she can't stop. Every time she blinks, like it comes out and she just like makes holes in her and it's like, wake up,
That's
mom, wake up.
crazy.
Yeah.
Holy maybe that sounds awesome. I have to I have to
Yeah.
read this. Um
Yeah. I just saw this
Here we
panels
go.
without context. I wonder if I could
This
find
is
it.
Dead Little Kid, Black Bolt, and Lockjaw, Star Brand, the Power Pack. The when Hank Pym got his head fucked up, remember? That was
Oh
Nick
yeah, yeah.
Fury. Um, but basically every Nick Fury has this moral conundrum where he's like, "Oh, I've lived my life being an asshole. I want to be good before I die." And
Yeah.
every single time that he does this, the council's like, "Oh, you do this all the time," and then they kill him. Um,
Oh.
but what's very interesting, the way this issue starts is it is fascinating. It's basically it starts with this family having a barbecue, and the narrator, it is Nick Fury, is talking about how there's the dad. He's 41 years old. He's got like a spotless criminal record. He's this great guy, but last Tuesday, after drinking too many beers, Keith turned to someone he shouldn't have and said, "Do you ever wonder if these ultimates might have a point?" And he gets fucking hit by a bolt of lightning. Like they are listening to people who are sympathetic to the ultimates and they're fucking killing them. The
Oh.
like around the world.
That's
This is
kind
what they do.
I kind of like that.
It's crazy. Yeah, it's
That's good writing. Yeah, I like that.
yeah, it's insane. It says, yeah, do you ever wonder if these ultimates have a point? Keith Kincaid is a terrorist and we do not tolerate terrorists. And just very good
Huh.
stuff. Dennis Camp, like we said, we talk about all the time.
Yeah.
He's tapping into real kind of stuff here with this issue. Very fascist, it's just icky. You know what I mean? It's just icky. It's just
Yeah.
an icky universe. And the maker's returning very, very fucking soon. And it's scary. And I was thinking about like who's the best villain in comics this year? And it has to be the maker, even though he's not shown up in person once. Just the presence of this guy's terrifying, you know?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Oh,
I love him. This
I'm
issue
trying to
came out,
find
Superwoman
that.
special.
Oh
This
yeah, I
was
saw that
very
there.
interesting. Did you see the end reveal of this?
No, I didn't.
I
I
thought this
just saw
was
that it came out.
I thought this was awesome. So you know how the conceit of uh the end of Absolute Power was that some of the powers go back to their hero. Most of the powers go back to the heroes, but some of them get
But some of
misplaced.
them didn't, yeah.
So Lois has Superman's powers, but
But he
this
still has
entire
his powers.
exactly. So this entire time, everyone's been wondering what is the deal with Lois's powers? Why does she have these powers? And the end of the issue, she just kind of wakes up with them. The end of the issue
Yeah.
is the atoms talking to each other and talking about how they're like, they're like Superman's powers are extremely rare, and we have like accounted for everyone who has those powers. And so we're not sure where hers are coming from or who she took them from. And he says, everyone who has these powers still have their powers accounted for.
Like John and
Whose
Connor and yeah.
powers did Superwoman steal? And what happens when they find out that she took them? The last page reveal, she
Oh,
took
should I guess
Zod's powers.
oh,
Sorry,
Zod.
I'd already picked it up. She took Zod's powers. And I was
That's
just like,
cool.
oh, like that
That's
is
really cool.
awesome. Zod's just out there in space, powerless, pissed off, having no idea what happened. She took Zod's powers.
Yeah, because he wasn't involved in Absolute Power. He's been in space
Yeah.
since like Jor-El died.
Bendis? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Like Jor-El
Um,
re-died.
Yes.
not
But
like
I thought
krypton
that
exploding,
was
but yeah.
awesome. What like
That's
what a good
so
twist.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like when we see Zod again, he's gonna like powerless Zod is very interesting. The idea of that.
Yeah.
What does that look like? Because he's still
I
like a
mean, he's just
diplomat.
a
He's a
guy.
general.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. He's got
he
an
was already
army.
dangerous. Like they could do a really cool version of Zod who has no powers but still is dangerous because he's like a tactician. You know,
Yeah.
I like that. I like that a lot.
God, that's
Um,
such a good twist.
I know Superman is good, man. I don't know what it is. Josh Williamson has the sauce on Superman. This is like consistently so excellent. Like that Doomsday reveal where
Yeah.
Doomsday was the
He's like a
time trapper.
philosopher. Yeah.
Yeah, philosopher, philosopher. Sounds like a type of dinosaur. But yeah, this was so cool. Yeah,
That
love it.
is really
I
cool.
love it. I love Superman. It's so
Oh.
good right now.
This is Superman news
Um,
we missed real quick. Superman and
oh, here
Lois
we go.
ended. It didn't
Oh yeah,
have
it
the
did.
budget for this reveal, but they got a comic book accurate steel suit.
I did see that. Yeah, yeah. Looks
Yeah,
good.
yeah, but it wasn't in the show, I guess. But it
Looks
looks
awesome.
great. It's not
Yeah, it looks
CGI or anything. Like
awesome.
it's real. So it
I
flies and
gotta
everything.
like, what up to what point did you watch Superman and Lois? I only watched the first season.
I watched the second one as well. I didn't watch third, or I think the
I
last one was the
gotta
fourth.
I gotta watch it
And I
because it's
liked
like
it too.
quality, right?
It was a CW thing, and I didn't have CW
Yeah,
anymore. And I'm like, okay, I could pirate it, but I want to watch it on my TV, and I don't want to pirate it on my TV. And then I'm just like, oh, I'll
yeah.
wait for it to stream, and then I just haven't.
It's quality though. Like it's good,
It's
good
very
show.
good, yeah. The
You gotta
scene where
watch
in
the
season one where
cartoon, man.
Jonathan has like the heat vision accent during football, and
Yeah,
he like screams
he just
like, "I
burned.
need you
Yeah,
now," and
yeah. It
Superman
burns it to
comes
his
and just
hand.
like let it out into my hands. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
so
I think
good.
my favorite scene. I think of season one. I think it's in season one. Is the part where we do the flashback of Superman doing his first interview with Lois on the TV, and
Oh
she's
yeah, yeah, yeah.
like talking to him. She's like, how do you know English? He's like, oh, I just know languages. And she's like, how many languages do you know? And he's like, all of them. And she's like, what? But then there's the part where like one of the producers is like talking to Lois, and she's
Oh
like, Superman's
yeah,
clearly got like like he looks at you. This guy's in love with you, and she's like, I don't
yeah,
care. Like I love Clark, and you can hear Superman hear it. She doesn't know he's Clark yet, but that
yeah.
means he's won, and he's just kind of smiling to us. He's like, oh hell yeah, like hell yeah, man. I love that. Like it's always good, and I think that's
That
what
is
this
really
show
good.
really excelled at. From what I saw, like I have to obviously watch it more, but the show excelled at the fact that Superman is like a dorky dad. He's just a
Yeah,
guy. He's just like a
and
big dork.
Lois was
And I
really
love
well
that.
casted too.
Oh,
So
oh,
like,
something interesting's happening here. Lois
gee,
was really well casted. Um,
oh Harper's
Harper,
back.
Harper's rejoining real quick. What's happening?
What if he's
Muted.
like covered in blood? Oh,
Oh, he's on his phone. Here
this
we
is like
go.
Dark Knight Joker.
Yeah.
People will die. I
I'm
have
a
a
man of my
question.
word. Here we go.
Man of my word.
Damn, you were in like a Christmas paradise
Christmas
here.
Wonderland, man.
Everywhere
I'm
you look, there's just Christmas lights.
Christmas everywhere.
McDonald's? What's your question?
I'll stand over here where there's no Christmas lights. Anyway,
What's it everywhere?
what's the thumbnail?
Oh, I knew it. This piece of
Oh,
shit. Get out of here. Boo.
no, he's making it. He's making it. He
Boo.
deserves an answer.
No, he is making it.
So, so I really probably could have stayed on the podcast, guys. Sorry.
Jordan. No, Harper.
we're
Harper.
wrapping
Tyler just
up.
told me a twist of Superman that is actually really cool. You might think it's really cool too. You should guess because I tried to
Oh,
guess,
okay.
and Tyler just showed
Okay.
me.
I revealed it too
Is it
quickly.
is it Doomsday, but like he's smart and intelligent or something
You
now?
knew it.
It
You
is
knew
it
it.
actually
No,
is.
Superman had a different twist this week, but it actually is really, really well written.
On the same level, dude. Josh Williamson. So I was explaining in Absolute Power, characters got like all the characters lost their powers, but when they regained them, some of them regained other people's powers. But Lois Lane gained the powers of Superman, but Superman still has his powers, and everyone else in the Superman family still has their powers. So they're trying to wonder who the
How
fuck did
did
Lois power, like whose powers did she get, and what are they gonna do when they find out that they're gone? And then they
so
reveal whose powers she got in this issue.
Pregnant?
She's pregnant.
What?
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 I thought maybe she was pregnant and she got her powers from her unborn baby or something.
That's what you
No.
went to. No.
No.
Whose
It's a
powers do you think she
character. It's a
got?
character that she got the powers from, and I was
Blew
gonna
my
guess when
mind.
the
Really
power
good
just told
twist.
me.
I know.
Is
I
it,
put the comic up already.
is it Zach Levi?
It is Zachary Levi.
You got it. Because we all know Zachary Levi could
Yeah,
fly
she
and has
just
heat
says
vision and everything.
Shazam. Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay, who is it?
Zod. Zod's out
Oh,
there.
Yeah, that's
oh,
good.
Zod's out there.
yeah.
Zod's out there in space, powerless, pissed the fuck off, not knowing why.
That is okay. That's kind of sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good
I thought
stuff,
that
man.
too. I'm
Superman's
like,
really
that is
good.
really cool.
Yeah, but yeah. Anyway, I think that was
All
that's
right,
kind of
Merry Christmas.
well. Yeah, X Men's good. X Men event.
I'll see you guys.
Oh,
No,
oh, I wanted to talk about the future real quick. Never mind. Never mind. Never mind. X-Men's good.
he killed himself. He just killed himself.
That's
Oh
fine.
no.
That's fine.
X Men's fine. Spider Man. I'm giving up, man. I really wanted to try with it.
Is this
This
still not
issue was
good?
fine. What'd you say? Still not
Is
good.
this still not good?
Yeah, no, it's better. But I'm gonna send this in the chat. This guy revealed this. I didn't put this in the news because I didn't think it would be relevant. But they did reveal a cover for a future issue of Spider-Man in this event, 8 Deaths of Spider-Man, where Spider-Man gets the the gem of Sidorak. I sent it into the chat, and becomes
Oh, I saw
the
that.
Juggernaut.
Juggernaut. Yeah, I
Jugger
saw
Spider.
that.
We are scraping the bottom of the barrel, and we're heading towards 1,000, and it's just gonna be like miserable. But yeah,
Yeah,
good stuff.
they haven't announced a new writer yet. Like this seems like it's just
No,
like a
we're still
filler
in
thing.
the 8 deaths right now. I want a new writer. I want obviously a new writer. I want
Hmm.
Spider-Man to get good. I want a lot of things. I want pigs to fly. Apparently, that's what I'm asking for.
Yeah, yeah, makes sense.
But yeah. Anyway, a Hero Story 296. You want to talk about D&D? We will be doing it. I hope. I believe.
Okay, so here's yes, and here's what I'm thinking. I guess I'm just gonna say this on the podcast because even though we're
I mean, you don't
recording,
have to. I can
I'm
end the
like
podcast so we can talk.
no, because I think we should do what I'm gonna say. I don't think it should be a conversation.
Okay.
Uh, sorry, Harper just sent his reaction to the Juggernaut thing because I guess he just saw you post that without context. It's just his
Yeah.
face looking.
Yeah.
Um, it's the holidays.
It is the holidays.
It's the holiday season. I think next week we should do an off week for the podcast and just like, let's celebrate the holidays kind of thing. Because next week's gonna be around Christmas time.
Sonic.
And Sonic comes out. That being said, I still think that we should get together and privately like plan all of your D&D characters. I'm talking you, I'm talking Harper, I'm talking
The others.
and the others, yes, which I haven't revealed yet, I don't think. So I'll wait till D&D starts. So then we plan everything on the usual podcast recording time. So then everything's set. So then all we need is the time where we're all ready and we can just hit record immediately instead of being like, okay, we gotta focus on these characters and these stats and these spells and whatnot. So I think next week we should do an off week.
Okay.
But that being said, I will be making a video talking about Sonic 3 for
I'm
YouTube,
gonna
A
see
Hero
Sonic
Story.
3 as well. So
So if you want to join me,
yeah, probably.
so but this won't be like a
We're just
2 hour
gonna do a Sonic
discussion
3
or
review.
anything.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
it's just
gonna
gonna be
be
a
an
movie
excellent
review.
movie, so it will be a 2 hour discussion.
Yeah,
But
it's true. But I was thinking like I was gonna edit that video and just
yeah.
put it on YouTube. So there'd be like clips and stuff in there and it would be like cutting out moments that aren't needed. So that'll be on a Hero Story YouTube channel next week. Because we're both seeing it opening night, which is Thursday
I
the
mean,
19th.
I'm not seeing it Thursday, but I will see it this week.
Okay, well, I'm seeing it Thursday night, so maybe I'll do like a quick YouTube short or something talking about it. And then after that is actual Christmas. Oh no, no. Yeah, and then it's actual Christmas, so then we might be back in the new year. And we'll do like an episode talking about like our top movies, comics, stuff like that, TV shows of the year like we do every year. Or
Yeah, we'll
just
do
be
a
like, this is
Timmy's
our favorite
Awards.
series, our favorite, yeah, the Timmy's Awards, favorite series, favorite movie, favorite comic book, favorite game, maybe even, because I don't know if we played many games this year, but
Me neither.
and then yeah.
Yeah.
So this will be like unless we come back right before the new year with our Timmy's Awards, which we do every year, this might be the last regular episode of the podcast in 2024. But 2025, we have plans. We have a guest coming early 2025. We have D&D
We
starting
hope. Don't
January
promise it.
2025.
Don't promise it. We hope.
But we have a reply with possibility dates. That's the thing.
Yes, but
Like
we
for
hope.
Tom
We hope.
King, it was hard to get a hold of him because as soon as he
Yes.
said yes, he freaking leaked James Gunn being the director
Yeah.
of Superman, and then he wasn't allowed on podcast for a while because of DC. So this one we have been in contact with and confirming days, but not a day to do it. So I'm just saying, like, even though we're doing like a slight break next week and just doing the Sonic 3 review, we will be back in
That's
January with a
300 actually.
possible
Now that I think
guest,
about it.
Timmy's Awards, and D&D starting early January. So
Mhm.
a
Yes.
lot of things happening.
Exciting
But
times.
yeah, just because it's been difficult with jobs, holidays, family, everything. It's hard for us, like Harper had to leave this episode early, kind of thing. So
Yes.
it's hard for us all to get together for a certain time. So I think that's why we should use the usual recording time next week to plan our
Yes.
D&D characters. So
Exciting.
yeah. I was going to say that after the podcast, but I figured I may as well just say it here so then the audience gets an idea why we're not here next week. But check Hero Story YouTube if you're listening on Spotify or SoundCloud or anything, because we will be uploading a video next week on Sonic 3, which is a few days away.
Yeah.
But
Excited?
I'm shaking. Yeah,
This
it's
is your most
the
anticipated movie of the year,
most anticipated movie in the past 2 years.
dude.
Like,
I oh, that's two. That's crazy. I I'm gonna see Nosferatu. Obviously, comes out. I can't believe it comes out Christmas Day. That's fucking. It's fucked up. But
yeah, I agree.
the
I'm seeing
only so
Boxing Day. I have my tickets for the
I really
26th.
want to see it in IMAX. The only IMAX theater I can see it in is the Lincoln Square one, which is one of the biggest in the world or whatever. But it's at 10 p.m. I'm just like, oh my god, do I want to see this movie
I
that
mean, at
late?
night? Kind of, yeah,
Yeah,
maybe.
I
If you got
know, but
nothing on
it's
in the
oh my
morning.
god, I know, it's
I'm very
crazy.
excited. I'm seeing it at 7 o'clock showing, but on
I'm excited too.
the day after. So not Christmas Day, but next day.
It's gonna be good.
I'm very excited.
Oh,
So we got some
unless
good
it's
movies
not
coming.
for some reason. Oh my god, my nose fucked
You're
up.
starting to die here.
Yeah. See, it's without Harper. I start to melt away.
That's fair.
Anyway, here's story 296. Leave us 5-star reviews, leave us comments, give us all our stuff. We'll see you, I guess not next week. We'll see you at some
We'll see
point.
you on YouTube next week, but that's it. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Anyway, you want to hit your
Bada
bois?
booey. Blah.
Thanks.